Hi everybody, and welcome to my weekly recipe post on Little Guts. So today I am trying a new recipe. It's kind of just tweaking my old recipe for bone broth. So there's so many benefits for bone broth. Bone broth in the marrow of the bones of the animals is where all the vitamins, minerals, nutrients, just really concentration are. It also has a lot of collagen in it, which is good for our connective tissue, our bones, skin, eyes, pretty much everything. It's just a great way to include these things in your diets where you might not be eating, super clean or super great. It's one of the fundamentals for the GAPS diet. It's also in keto. It's in so many of the new diets out there. But this isn't a gimmick, this isn't a new diet fad. This has been around for hundreds of years. This is one of our grandmother's recipes for health. So this will also help your immune system. It has kept me from getting sick. The last 2 weeks, everybody in this house has been like deathly ill, and I'm the only one that did not even get a hint of it. And I was sipping my bone broth as soon as everybody else got sick, and I managed to somehow avoid it. So I am a firm believer in bone broth for avoiding sickness. It's also good during sickness because it has that concentrated amount of vitamins and minerals, which will kind of repopulate everything when you're sick, because when you're sick, you're not eating too much, you're really dehydrated, and it'll also help form like a coat on the lining of your gut too, which is very good for you. So without further ado, let's get to my turkey bone broth, turkey, sage, citrus, ginger bone broth. So I have all my ingredients here. I have my Instapot, which I'm gonna use as a slow cooker. I have my turkey bones. This is actually a turkey carcass here. Since we just finished Thanksgiving, if you have yours laying around still, this is about 3 pounds between joints, carcass, and everything you could possibly imagine from the turkey. Then I have a couple of oranges here. I have a lime. I have a lemon. I have my ginger, and I have just some like little stray celery. I have a couple sticks of rosemary, a good amount of sage, and a good amount of thyme. And I also have my apple cider vinegar, trusty apple cider vinegar, which the purpose of that, again, as you probably know, is to draw out all the vitamins and minerals and nutrients from the bones and the marrow more easily as it cooks. So I'm gonna start pretty easy. This is a frozen bunch of 3 pounds of the turkey, so I'm just gonna put it into my Instapot here. And I'm going to cut up my orange. I'm gonna squeeze it, and then I'm gonna leave it in there. Whoa. Squeeze and leave it in there. I'm really excited to taste this different take on my recipe because I think the orange and the sage is gonna be a really nice flavor with the turkey. And of course, I'm going to chop up my ginger into a few pieces and spread it out in there. And I like to use like about a 3-inch piece of ginger. You can add more too to give it a little more of a kick, but ginger is like amazing in there. So I'm going to add my rosemary, and that's just like a couple tiny sticks. I'm going to add a lot of sage because that's going to be kind of the base flavor for this. Dump most of it in there. Okay. And I'm probably going to use about half of this thyme. Shove it in there. And then I'll do a couple sticks of my celery. And voila. So now I'm just going to fill it up with some water. And we're done. Okay, so I almost forgot one of the most important ingredients, my apple cider vinegar. I get it raw and organic. So I'm gonna shake it a little, get all that good stuff from the bottom. And I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons to this, and that is the final touch in my recipe. 2, 3, I'll do a little more than 3. Perfect. All right, so now I'm going to seal it, and I'm gonna let it cook overnight for sure. I'm probably gonna do around 16 hours of cooking. So let's close it. This is gonna have to cook for several hours. 10 hours for now, because I think the max it goes to is like 11, and then I'll check on it in about 10 hours. Okay, so the timer is off and the bone broth is done. Let's do a grand opening here. And voila. So that is what it looks like when it's done. And now I'm gonna go ahead and strain it.